What's the matter with you? What was that attitude toward my parents? Have they done something wrong? Have they made you uncomfortable in any way? It was your first time meeting them after 2 years of dating because we're now engaged. But your attitude was extremely odd. You seemed indifferent during the meal and brushed off their questions. They were only trying to be nice and ask typical questions like how we met and when we're going to have the wedding. I'm sure their questions were not rude or upsetting because they weren't asking personal questions like your parents or what they do. The entire thing was awkward and uncomfortable, but I thought maybe you were nervous about meeting your fiancé's parents for the first time, so I tried to understand. However, when we finally finished eating, you just left without saying a proper goodbye to them or me. What was that, huh? How can you be so rude to your future parents-in-law? My parents were delighted to meet their future son-in-law, but they're very disappointed now. My mom even prepared the food herself to treat you. Explain to me what was going on.
Oh, my bad. I just can't pretend and hide my genuine feelings. It's in my DNA. That's who I am. I'm sorry if my true nature was evident in my face, words, and actions. I'm the type of person who is very honest, and it seems like what was inside of me just naturally manifested. That's my genuine self, and that's the only response I can offer you.
What are you talking about? Stop fooling around and cut to the chase.
Let's break up. I don't want to marry you. Visiting your house and observing how your family lives and noticing your parents' appearances, a strong feeling struck me that said, this marriage should not happen, no matter what. It was completely different from what I had envisioned. I couldn't take it.
Speak English.
Do you remember the day we first met? I'm talking about the day my friend and I went to the Texas barbecue restaurant you worked at. I found it intriguing to see a beautiful and diligent woman like you working as a server at a restaurant. As a joke, I said to him that with your qualities, you could earn more and work at a better place. Then he told me something interesting. He said that his colleagues frequently visit the restaurant you worked at, and he once overheard them saying that the restaurant owner's daughter often comes to the restaurant to help with serving and bussing. When I heard that, I couldn't help but wonder if you might be the owner's daughter. It made my heart race. My heart was trembling with anticipation, feeling like a glimmer of light was finally entering my ordinary and submissive life. I was determined to be your significant other, and without wasting any time, I had lunch there at least 3 times a week. Observing everything about you, from the way you spoke, walked, and laughed, it all appeared elegant and dignified. I was confident that you were undoubtedly the owner's daughter. In that moment of exhilaration, I was determined to pursue you, investing not only money, but also my sincere efforts and time. After 2 years of dating, I finally proposed to you, and you said yes. It was the moment when my efforts paid off. I was thrilled to become the son-in-law of a family that owns a barbecue restaurant, and I believed my life would change. However, when I went to meet your parents earlier today, they got me incredibly bewildered. I should have turned away immediately when I noticed that your house was a modest townhouse, completely opposite to the elaborate mansion I had imagined. But still, thinking it could be an unexpected situation, I followed you home, only to discover it was a complete deception. The appliances, furniture, and even the food prepared were of a lower standard than my own, indicating a financially disadvantaged household. Instead of the charismatic patriarch and the elegant mother-in-law I had envisioned, your parents were the complete opposite. Their presence left me speechless, contrasting with the image I had in my mind. There was a middle-aged man with no hair and a middle-aged woman with the curliest hair I have ever seen in my life with the biggest smile ever. Well, I can understand that part because I'm sure they couldn't be happier to have me as their son-in-law, a charge nurse considering their low-life status.
Are you done talking? I've been listening to you talking crap to see how far you're going, but you're being beyond acceptable. I have never claimed to be the restaurant owner's daughter or boasted about being wealthy. You have made assumptions and judgments without any basis. Is it acceptable for you to now speak so recklessly about my family's wealth or lack thereof?
Well, while you didn't directly say that you were the owner's daughter, you have indirectly conveyed a sense of wealth. Your bags, clothes, and shoes were high-end ones, and you indulged in expensive foods like lobster tail and king crab without worrying about the price. I thought you were enjoying them because you were raised eating them all the time. But in fact, you were only pretending. You scammed me right under my nose.
How is it my fault when you misunderstood them as high-end ones when you didn't even try to confirm with me? It's kind of funny to say this, but I have a pretty face and a beautiful body shape. That's why things from TJ Maxx may have been mistaken as if they were things from Neiman Marcus. You decided to make assumptions, and now you're blaming me for your foolishness? Besides, making reservations at expensive restaurants during our dates was part of your deceitful strategy to impress me, wasn't it?
Look at you instantly coming up with excuses. You can't do that to me if you have a clear conscience. I devoted 2 whole years of my valuable youth to you, believing that you were the daughter of a wealthy family. Is it only my youth that I have sacrificed? How will you compensate me for my money, time, and energy?
Do you think you're the only one devoting your youth? I have my most beautiful years in my 20s completely taken away from me, deceived and stripped away by you for a whole 2 years, too. Who are you trying to play a victim? Who orchestrated this scam and now points fingers at me?
Do you know what distinguishes humans from animals? Humans are called humans for a reason. Humans are expected to have knowledge and display dignity, and that's why we're called sophisticated animals. How could someone like you from a low-class family, if not poverty, even dream of marrying someone like me? I'm a charge nurse with a 6-figure annual salary. You know what? I don't want to talk to you or listen to you anymore, so just deposit $20,000 into my account right now.
What kind of nonsense is that? Are you sure your head is not wrecked or anything? Why are you demanding I give you such a large amount like $20,000?
Look at you with slow thinking. You need to understand what's going on. I invested in you, my money, time, and energy, only to marry you because I thought you were from a wealthy family. But now that's not going to happen, so it's only logical to collect my investment back. I guess low-class people like you don't know how to make a basic calculation. What a relief that I recorded every penny I spent on you in a notepad during the past 2 years we were together. You need to deposit the value of the gifts I gave you, the money spent on fuel during our dates, the expenses for the meals we shared, and the cost of the tires that were worn out during our drives. Reimburse me for the time I wasted seeing you, calculated at an hourly rate, generously at the minimum wage.
I've never seen a psycho like you in almost 30 years of my life. I've heard of a loser demanding to give the gifts back that he gave to his girlfriend while they were together. But I've never heard of an even bigger loser demanding to reimburse the fuel, tires, and even the time spent on dates. If that's the case, then I should also be able to charge you for the time I wasted on our dates. I will include the time spent on getting ready, choosing outfits, and even the 2 months your younger sister stayed at my house because she came to LA for a job and couldn't find a place to stay. I will calculate the time we spent together when we took a 3-hour bus ride to San Diego to celebrate your father's 60th birthday. I will also factor in the emotional waste and time wasted comforting you and listening to your complaints every time you vented about your boss or criticized your colleagues. All of these should be converted into monetary value and deposited to me. Got it?
You offered my sister to stay at your place, and you didn't say no when I asked about my father's 60th birthday. Do you think it makes sense to demand me to pay them back when you did them because you wanted to do them?
That's what I'm saying. You gave me gifts and took me for a drive because you wanted to, and now you're telling me to pay it back? Do you think what you're doing is reasonable, but what I'm doing isn't?
Shut up! My life is ruined because of you. I have been boasting about marrying the restaurant owner's daughter everywhere, but now I feel ashamed. What should I do? If I can't receive any form of compensation from you, I feel wronged and I can't tolerate it like this.
Again, I never said I'm the owner's daughter or from a wealthy family. You ruined your life yourself, not me. Besides, if you can't tolerate it, sue me or something. I'll do the same for you.
I'm such a fool wasting 2 years of my life without realizing you're such a shameless bitch. Don't ever show up in front of my face for the rest of my life.
That's what I should say.
Hi, Selena. Do you realize what day it is today?
Who is this?
It's me, Adam, your ex-fiancé from 2 years ago. What a shame when you're pretending not to know who I am when you apparently do. Well, here I am texting you and you're texting me back, which means you haven't blocked me yet. Did you anticipate me coming back to you by any chance? I'm sorry if you dreamed that.
You're just an insignificant human not worth blocking, so I've left you alone.
Here you go again with your bad habit of pretending.
Here you go again with your bad habit of making assumptions.
You haven't changed a bit. You're pretending to be tough, but in fact, you must be thrilled and excited with your heart racing after receiving my text.
I absolutely have no idea what you're talking about. It has been a long time since I forgot about a loser like you, and I don't want to have any words with you. So could you please shut up and go away?
How about you trying to be honest by now? Who are you? You're that girl who loved me passionately for 2 years during that shiniest period of your 20s. Such deep and intense love wouldn't just disappear without a trace like smoke after only a few years, would it?
I guess you're trying to get cute with me after having shots of liquor in broad daylight, but cut the crap. I thought you left me despising me and never wanted to talk to me again. That's why I completely forgot about you and didn't block you until now. But I'm blocking you now.
Wait, hold on! I didn't even have a drop of liquor. I just had something to say to you. I got married today. I married the daughter of a CEO of a tech company that people would easily recognize. She's a woman who possesses not only a beautiful face, but also a delightful personality. Money seems to flow to her effortlessly, like an ever-flowing stream. You must be curious about the specifics, right? Well, let me kindly show you a lovely picture of her. Wow, I finally get to marry the daughter of a CEO. It's an indescribable feeling. The sky has become bluer and the flowers more vibrant. They say God assists those who assist themselves. And through this marriage, I have truly come to understand the truth behind those words. I was determined to marry the CEO or owner's daughter, and I exerted all my efforts and worked tirelessly toward that goal. Hard work never forsakes those with a strong will. It's actually fortunate that we parted ways. I relentlessly pondered on how I could avoid repeating my mistakes, not wasting money, time, and energy, and achieving success. And in the end, I have succeeded. Thank you, Selena. I'm so grateful that you cleanly departed from my life 2 years ago. Without you, I may not have been able to achieve my dreams. I was concerned about what would happen if you, who had nothing, didn't leave me, a six-figure maker. But surprisingly, your departure was smooth, and I'm truly relieved.
Do you have all this time to spout nonsense when someone who supposedly got married today could be enjoying your time with your new bride? Is Helen aware of how her new husband is engaging in such petty behavior by contacting his ex-girlfriend on the best day of her life? Aren't you better off spending your time sweetly and affectionately with your newlywed wife?
Did I tell you my wife's name? No, I didn't. How the hell do you know her?
You just sent me her picture. Upon glancing at it without intending to pay attention, I can clearly see the face of my high school classmate, Helen. Congratulations on your marriage. I sincerely applaud you for achieving your wish and becoming fulfilled by having a radiant wedding with a deceitful woman. Did she say she's the daughter of a tech company CEO?
What do you mean by a deceitful woman? What in the world are you talking about? Even if jealousy consumes you and makes you burn with resentment, you should still know the difference between what should be said and what shouldn't be said.
You don't have the slightest idea what I'm talking about, do you? Did you give her money?
What?
I'm asking you if Helen asked you for money. Is it so hard to understand?
How did you know that? I let her borrow $100,000 because her dad is going through financial hardship. His company owes money from here and there for researching and developing new technology. It's in the final phase of development, but he needed a little more money to complete the development. She said he's going to pay me back twice the principal once the new technology is out. She said it's around the corner.
It's truly surprising to see a stingy loser like you handing over a sum of $100,000 to her. It's something I don't come across every day.
On top of twice the principal, she said he's going to pay me $20,000 for interest next month if I invest $100,000.
Don't you think that's way too good to be true? If there were investments that guarantee the preservation of the principal and provide a doubling of the principal with 20% interest, everyone would indeed easily make money and become wealthy. However, such investments with guaranteed returns are highly uncommon and often carry significant risks. It seems you may have underestimated the challenges of achieving the desired wealth and status of the high class. While you consider yourself intelligent and elite, it appears that, in reality, you are just a stupid guy hungry for wealth. Did you want to be wealthy so bad that you ended up falling for an obvious scam like this? Like you said, You already make a six-figure salary, yet you are still hungry for more. What the hell is your problem?
I don't need your judgment. What I want and what I need is none of your business. There's no way she lied to me. She wouldn't have any reason to lie to me and take my money away. It is unlikely for her to deceive me, her husband, especially considering that her parents and relatives were present at the wedding ceremony. How could she dare to deceive me in front of her entire family?
Have you ever considered the possibility that her parents, relatives, and all the guests were fake? Do you have any idea how many actors are out there pretending to be fake family members and getting paid for it? I can assure you that everything at your wedding venue, except for yourself, was probably fake.
Stop talking absurdly. She's not someone you claim her to be. I know her better than you.
Okay then. She's with you now, right? How about you ask her to give your money back to you? Let me see what she says.
Well, she's not with me at the moment. She said there was an emergency at her work, so she headed out.
You can head to her work as well.
Well, I don't know the name of the company that she works for.
Don't you think it's enough already? You should have some idea of what's really going on by now. It's quite ironic that you fell for someone known as a scammer even among my classmates. Your life is truly eventful and unpredictable. I almost feel sorry for you, rejoicing in what you thought was a moment of success.
No way. I just received a call from the venue staff asking me to pay for the wedding expenses. I had already given $6,000 to her for the venue cost, but it seems like she has taken off with that $6,000 and the wedding congratulatory money as well. She has turned off her phone and is not responding. What should I do now? I have already given her all the money I had, and I don't have any more money to pay for the venue. Should I report this to the police?
Reporting the incident would be a prudent step to take, although whether or not you'll be able to catch her is uncertain.
Well, Selena, listen. How about we get back together? The wedding already happened, and all we need to do is switch the bride. Fortunately, Helen and I haven't filed the marriage license yet, so should we go to the city hall to file one right away?
Are you insane?
I never forgot about you for a second, even when I was dating Helen. That wench. I was going to divorce her the second I get her father's tech company to come back to you. You need to trust me. The more I was with her, the more I missed you.
Stop talking nonsense.
Please don't say that. It makes me awfully sad. I wish I can open up my heart and show it to you, but it's unfortunate that I can't do that. You must have saved up some money, right? We should start from square one and get a house of our own with your savings.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting married soon, so there will never be a chance for me to marry you. He is someone who is much more attractive and has a better job than you. He is not like those who chase after someone's background or are desperate for success like someone. Regardless of my background, he is a wonderful person who loves and cherishes me the same. He doesn't ignore me even when I work at a restaurant or disrespect my low-class parents who are not very wealthy. He takes care of me no matter what, and does his best for my parents as well. He is someone who shines brightly by himself for his wonderful character. So you understand that me returning to a cockroach like you is never going to happen, right? After what happened, I blocked my ex-boyfriend. 2 years ago, when he broke up with me, I had completely forgotten about him because he was not worth the effort to block. But I never imagined it would lead to such consequences. According to what I heard from his friend, he has quit his job and is now living with his parents. When rumors spread about him being involved in a marriage scam at his work, he felt so embarrassed that he couldn't continue working as a nurse and decided to quit. He was shocked and devastated by the fact that he was scammed out of $106,000, and it has left him without the strength to find a new job or the courage to date again. I never imagined that someone who was so driven by success and money would end up in such a dismal situation. It's a reminder that the world is vast and filled with strange people. On the other hand, I am now happily married to the person I love. If I had married my ex-boyfriend, I wouldn't have experienced the peace and happiness I have now. The fact that I ended things with him was undoubtedly the guidance of my ancestors. Wouldn't you agree? Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe for more videos.